Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making this cute fun fold card. It opens up like this and then folds down like that. I saw this on Rachel Tessman's page. And I just thought it was so pretty that I needed to recreate it. I didn't use the same stamp set. I do have it, but I decided to use a different stamp set. But I did use the same designer series paper. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So the designer series paper that we are using is the Sweet Soiree Specialty Designer Series paper. Okay, and we are using this piece right here. It's got the Marina Mist on the back with the little swirlies. I have already used half of this on the other card, so this is the second half of that piece of designer series paper. But this piece of designer series paper measures 3.5 by 4 3/4. So you need your designer series paper to measure 3.5 by 4 3/4. You also need a piece of old olive that measures the same, and what is this? Powder pink that measures the same. Turn that light on. I don't think it made that much difference, but maybe a little bit. Okay, so all three of these pieces of paper are going to be cut with the trimmer, and they're going to be cut in the same manner. So you're going to take all three of those and you're going to put it at a diagonal in your cutter, and you're going to make sure that the corners are in the middle of the track here. And then you're going to slice those right down the middle at an angle. And you're going to do that with all three of the pieces of paper that measure 3.5 and 4 3/4. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing with this piece of designer series paper, but I didn't want to have to cut another piece and may not use it for something, so I'm just using my second piece from that card. You're going to need both pieces of your powder pink, but only one piece of your old olive, so you can save your second one for something else or another card. All right. Next thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need a piece of rich raspberry. You're going to take your full sheet of rich raspberry. You're going to put it in your scoreboard or your trimmer, whichever you want to use, and you're going to score it in half both ways. So this measures 8.5, so you're going to score that at 4 1/4, right down the middle. You're going to turn it on the 11-inch side, and that's going to be scored at 5.5. All right. Now I'm going to take my trimmer back. You're going to take your trimmer and you're going to need to take out your scoring blade. So I have taken out my scoring blade and just left my cutting blade in half. And the reason why you need to do this is because you're going to need to put this at an angle also, and it is hard to do when you can't get your cutting blade way up in the corner if the scoring blade is in there, so you need to take that out. All right. Make sure that you can see this here. Okay, so you're going to need to take your piece of rich raspberry. You're going to put the corner in the groove right there. And the other part, which you're not going to be able to see, in the track also. Okay? Then you're going to take your cutting blade, and I always start inside, poke a hole, and then go when you're doing corner to corner so that you don't scrunch up your corners. So that goes right down the middle, just like that. And then you can just pop your scoring blade back in there. So you're going to need one of these halves. You're going to take that and you're going to fold it on both of your score lines. So we have one score line this way, and then we have one score line this way. So how easy was that? I'm just like, I love this fold. It is so neat. So here you go. That is it. And then just take your bone folder and rub it over there so that it will stay nicely. All right, now for your pieces of designer series paper. You're going to take your piece of powder pink. I saw this tip on Rachel's page also, which I thought was pretty brilliant. Take these, put them together, and turn them over. So make sure that they're lined up like they were one sheet of paper. Then you're going to take your fast fuse or whatever adhesive, if you want to use your snail, and you're just going to put your fast fuse in the corners. Then you can go ahead and put your fast fuse all along the rest of it, but unless you pull it apart like I did, it's going to stay together and it's going to get your fast fuse right up in those corners. Okay, now you can pull those apart. Now this one's going to go down in this corner over here. Now, did I cut this wrong? Maybe I cut this one wrong. Let me see here, because this is the same. I think I did cut this one wrong. I think I cut my piece of not pink pirouette. Why I can't get this pink, powder pink. I think I cut my piece of powder pink the wrong size. Let me measure here. I know the other two are correct. Yes, I did. All right, so the pink piece of powder pink is going to need to be 4 by 5 1/8. Yes, 4 by 5 1/8. So let me get another piece there. All right, so disregard the pieces of powder pink. Those need to be 4 by 5 1/8. The other two need to be 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So we're going to do 4 and 5 1/8. So 5 1/8 by 4. All right. And then put that in the track. cut that right down the middle. All right, let's try that again. All right, so we're going to put that together again and flip it over. And let's put our fast fuse on here again. So that gets right in the corner. Okay. Sure that I got enough fast fuse up in that corner up there. Yep, I do. All right, so now we're going to take one of the pieces, and that's much better, is going to go in this corner like this. This one will go in this one over here. Make sure that we have, there we go. All right, there we go. Now, get this out of the way here. Now we're going to take 1/2 of our designer series paper, and we're going to take the other half of, like, just like this. And then we're going to flip these over and do the same thing. Some fast fuse up here and down here. All right. All right. So this piece is going to go down here. Again, trying to leave an even border on all 4 sides. And then the piece of old olive, right like that. Oh, that one I got a little crooked. Oh well. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to need some punches here. Let's get my punches out. So, I'm going to use, let's see, the 1 and 3, nope. I should have got this out beforehand. I need the 1 1/2, the 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/4. I'm going to need the 1 inch. Let's see. I think I need the 1 3/8 also. So I am just going to use the, well, no, I don't want to use that whole piece of rich raspberry just for some punches. So let's see. Let's use, it's not the 2. All right, 1 3/4 with rich raspberry. Just to make sure. Oh, that's 1 3/4. So the 2 inch with the rich raspberry. To me, it doesn't look like 2 inches, but it is. Okay. So 2 inches. Yep, the 2 inch in rich raspberry. Don't need that one. The 1 1/2 in rich raspberry. Yep. And then I do believe 1 1/2 and 1 1/4 in rich raspberry. Yep. All right, so 2 1 1/2 and 1 1/4. All right, so we're going to use the 1 inch, and we're going to get out some more of our patterned paper. I'm trying to find my piece that I already cut so I don't have to cut another one. Let me make sure that I don't have it in my scrap bin here. Oh, okay, I must have used it on something else. So, I'm going to take this piece right here that's got the silver and the, what color is this? Calypso Coral. Yep. And the Calypso Coral in the 1 inch, and I'm just going to cut out a 1 inch circle. Then I'm going to take the stripe right here, this stripe right here, and which one is that? Where's my, usually I'm much more organized than this, aren't I? 1 1/4. So 1 1/4. All right. There we go. Get all of these punches out of here. Now this one right here is the 1 3/8, it looks like. No? 1 3/4. All right, so I still need a 1 3/4 for my white. Let's see. There we go. And I don't need that one, so I will save that one for later. Let's get these all adhered here. So we'll take some fast views. And that's going to go on this one right here. And that one's going to go right there. And then this one, I'm going to take some rich raspberry here. And the stamp set that I am using is Lovely Wishes. I'm using the Wishing You a Lovely Day and You Are One of a Kind. I might as well get them both stamped here. Right. So I'm using my rich raspberry ink. And this is just a scrap of Whisper White. All right. And then I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White that is 4 by 5 1/4. And that is going to be stamped with You Are One of a Kind. Since I have the ink out, I'll just get that done. All right. the way. All right. So the wishing you a lovely day is going to get cut out with my 1 3/4 circle punch. All right, and that's going to get layered on my 2-inch circle. Fast fuse. There it is. Oh, no, I want to do a dimensional with that one. All right, so we'll use our regular dimensionals here. Okay. And that's going to get layered on our 2-inch circle, like I said. All right. Then I have some of our clear and glittery enamel shapes from the Occasions catalog. And I also took my dark old olive Stampin' Blend, and I colored these in. I wanted them to dry. So I colored those, and I'm going to take those. They're kind of slippery. And I'm just going to embellish this little circle here. Right, there we go. And then I also took a piece of our white satin silver edged ribbon, and I also took, in this one I took my light old olive and I colored it so that I would have a old olive ribbon. This one I used the dark old olive. This one I'm going to use the light old olive. I just thought I would see which one I liked better. So we're just going to take that and we're going to tie that into a knot. All right. And I'm going to take my ribbon scissors. And I'm just going to give that a trim. I'll save that piece just in case I want it for something. That one's, I don't want to throw that one away. It's a little long. I might need those again. Then I'm going to take a glue dot. And I'm going to put that right here. And then I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to put that right over the glue dot, and I'm probably going to have to trim that, but I will wait until I get it on my card. I'm going to take some fast fuse here. All right. And that is going to go right up here. Okay. And then let me take my scissors here and just give those a little trim. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to take this one right here, and let me get another regular glue dot. That one I just need one. And I have put this one right along the edge here and right overlapping the rich raspberry circle on this one. This one, I'm going to take some Fast Fuse. And I'm just going to put that right here. Oops. So I want that circle to stay put. I'm going to put another one. Right next to it. All right. And then let me get my paper piercer here to get this backing off. All right, and this one is going to be for this one, and I want to make sure that the stripes or the lines are up and down, and I'm just going to stick that right on top of the not old olive, right on top, rich raspberry, and underneath this one right here. So on top of this rich raspberry, underneath that rich raspberry. Okay. There we go, just like that. All right. Then for the inside of the card, I have another piece of designer series paper, and this measures 4 by 1/2. So I'll just take some more Fast Fuse here. And that's going right down at the bottom, right flush down at the bottom. All right. Good. All right. One more thing for here. I'm going to take the, I guess they're tulips. This one right here. And I'm going to put that on a block. I'm going to take my old olive. I'm going to take a piece of Post-it tape. And I am going to cover up this tulip right here. Okay. Make sure that gets nice and covered up. I'm going to take my old olive. I'm going to ink that up in my old olive. Make sure I get that nice and inked up. Okay, I'm going to bring in my paper pierce mat and a piece of scrap paper. I needed to get my other marker here, so I'm going to take that, I'm going to lay that on here. Make sure you take off your piece of paper, and make sure you throw it away so it doesn't get on you. I'm going to take my powder pink marker, I'm going to take the brush end, and I'm going to use this. I know you can't really see it, but it's there. I'm going to color the tulip with the powder pink. I'm going to huff on this. And then I'm just going to put that right here. I think I put it a different way on the other one, but that's all right. All right, see, just like that. Now, I'm going to use this block. Let's wipe that off. Wipe this sentiment off. Then I'm going to get the inside of the stem here. And my old olive again. I'm going to ink that up. Make sure that's good and inked up. I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it that dark. And then I'm going to fill in this leaf here. I'm going to have to bring this down. And fill in this leaf. There we go. All right. Just gives the card on the inside a little bit of something. Take my fast fuse again, put that up at the top. And then this is going to go in here. Just like that. So there we have it. Isn't that neat? It's a neat fun fold, new fun fold card. There we go. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below. I'll be happy to answer them. All supplies can be purchased through my online store at www.happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.